Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me. Well, I have some fun brand new products to share with you from Simon Says Stamp. They have a brand new release called Friend Like You. I get to share with you some new items over at the Simon Says Stamp shop, and then we're going to create a project using some of them today. Let's start by sharing some brand new Positively Perfect craft glue. I think the size of this is perfect, and I've used it on card projects, and I'm loving this glue. Super nice, super comfortable for gluing. That's brand new to the shop. There's a new embossing folder that's just beautiful. This year it seems like there's a lot of nautical themes and ocean themes going on. This one here is beautiful. It's called the Contemporary Lighthouse, and it's a 3D embossing folder. Just gorgeous. That's brand new. There's a brand new pack of embellishment mix, and these remind me of orange sherbet. I don't know what it is, but they're fabulous. These ones here are called Sea Star. They're orangey, and then they have an iridescent tint to them. They're just beautiful. There's a new die that is called the Jaunty Sunflower. This is so neat. Let's take a look real quick. This die looks like it's 2 pieces, so it's very easy to put together. If you want to layer it, it'd be very easy to layer also. So this is brand new. Another new die is called the Rose Branch. Beautiful size, very large size. Let me show you on an A2 panel here. You can see the size of it. It's really big. Just lovely. That's brand new. There are some new easy sentiment strips. This is called Getaway. These are all the same. There's 4 of them in here. You can trim them out. Very great price point. And for me, I get heavy-handed when I stamp sentiments. So I love these strips. And these are in particular are called easy strips because there's a coordinating die that will cut these out. Let me show you. This is the easy strip die. You see it just lines up, and you can cut them out really easily. So that's new. Simon will sell this individually. I think they sell them in a bundle with this and the die, or everything separate, which is nice. There is a new stencil. This is called Mountainscape, and I'm going to use this today. It's hard to tell on camera. Let's open it up. There are negative pieces, which are great for masking. And then this is what it looks like here. So this looks like it's going to be super fun to play with. So I'm going to keep this out, and we will give this a go in just a minute. This is called the Mountainscape. That's brand new. And this is a pretty fabulous stamp set. This is a 4x6 stamp set. It's called Smile, and it's designed by Kathy Zilski, and I'm pretty sure there's a coordinating die set that will cut this out. There's 2 different large styles of Smile, and then lots of pre-sentiments, sub-sentiments. There's also greetings that you can put on the inside. I call the bigger greetings. For me, this is just the way I say it. If there are more than 2 lines, I think they go on the inside really lovely. There's even a little smile face down here that you can add. So that's cute. It's called Smile. Another 4x6 stamp set that's brand new is called Playful Dolphins. Lots of cute little underwater scenes with 3 lovely little dolphins. We're going to use this on our card today. I kind of have a scene theme, or we may use this one. This one here is brand new too. This is a 6x8 stamp set. It's called Undersea Friends. And look how adorable these are. Just so much fun. Love that. That's brand new. And this is not the whole release. This is just a little snippet of what's new over at Simon Says Stamp. There's also some brand new scallop circles. I love these. Look how the biggest one is, because you can use them for scrapbooking also. Now, usually when they're a big die set like this, I'll take the larger ones out that I don't use for card making. I keep them in the package, and then I'll put, I think the largest. Let's see. So the fourth from the largest will fit on the A2 panel. And then I put the rest of these on a magnetic sheet for my card making. And then these three, I put in my scrapbook bin because I know they're bigger. But I just think these scallops are so pretty. Love these. That's brand new also. These, how many are there in here? These are, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 in here. That's brand new also. So those are just a few brand new items from the Simon Says Stamp Friend Like You release. Let's jump in with that stencil. So this panel measures 3.5 inches by 4 3/4. I'm just going to add this here. Let's build a little scene. Now this is a mountainscape, but I want to add sea to it also. So I'm going to bring in my Post-it note tape, and I'm going to do a little masking here. We're going to start by masking off the bottom. There we go. And then let's add some mountains. So I put the sun in here and the two clouds. I'm not concerned about this mountain or this mountain because we're going to overlap. Now, normally I like to make gray mountains, but today we're going to make brown mountains because I'm going to color in my dolphins gray. Okay, so I have two inks from Simon. We have fawn and gingerbread. I'm going to start with my fawn, and we're going to go ahead and add a little color. To our mountainscapes here. I'm going to wipe off my stencil. Now I'm going to pick this up here. I'm going to carefully pick this up. Okay. And you know what the cool thing is all of these sections you can layer over the top. And then I'm going to mask off this section here. Let's see. I'm going to take this piece and we're just going to add it here. And we're going to focus on these two. We're going to switch out the ink to gingerbread. And we will add some darker mountains. Okay, and we'll wipe off our stencil. Let's give this a wipe here. And we'll take a look. Gosh, that looks so neat. I do have this little section down here, so I'm going to just add this and darken this up a little bit more here. There we go. Now I want to add some sunshine. The cool thing is that there's a mountain in our sun here. Lovely. I'm going to bring in my yellow ink. This is Simon Says Stamp's Butter, and we will add some yellow to our sunshine. We're going to make a sunrise. So there's butter, but I do want to add a little orange to this. So for that, I'm bringing in sherbet, and we will add a little orange to our sunrise. And you have that empty mountain here, but no worries, because all you do is take your stencil And then you would line it up here right over that mountain. And then you can color this in with your brown ink. I have a little bit of gingerbread left on here, so I'm just going to go right over it. Maybe add a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to take the larger negative cloud. I have a little bit of a line here. I'm going to line this up here. I'm going to bring in my seafoam ink. We're going to add a little color, and I'm going to add some blue sky in the background also. So it looks less like a desert, and there we go. Maybe a little on the edge here. There we go. Yeah. Watch what happens when we remove our stencil carefully. There we go. Sky's the limit when I'm creating with this. Now I'm going to take my Post-it note paper mask, and I'm going to replace it to the very bottom here. We're going to cover up that scene. That's all the stenciling we're going to do. So I'll put this back, and then using my seafoam ink, we're going to add some blue. Now I want some darker blue on the bottom, so I'm bringing in my cadet ink, and we're going to darken it up and kind of fade up, blending the two together. Lovely. And I am going to add some water splatters. So I'm just going to, I have some water in my container. I'm just going to add it to my hand and add some splatters. And I'm just going to wipe this off. And we can take a look. And that creates a really fun background. How neat is this? I want my water to kind of glisten a little bit, so I'm going to mask off this top area once more. Okay, and then I'm bringing in my solar spray. These are from Simon Hurley. And I'm going to bring in my splatter box. We're going to add some solar spray here. I'm using my Beluga, and we're going to spray the bottom water area. Lovely. Beluga has a blue tint to it. I just think it's awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to switch out the mask. I just sprayed it, so it's still a little wet, but then I'm going to take my golden hour and we'll spray the top. There we go. This is just going to add some real shine to our scene. When this dries, I can actually reuse that. Okay, while that dries, let's do some stamping on some white cardstock with our Playful Dolphins. I think I'm going to use these two dolphins here for my card today. And I'm pretty sure Simon has a coordinating die set that will cut out the dolphins, but we are going to do some fussy cutting. We'll just stamp this guy. And we'll stamp his friend. Now I'm going really simple with the coloring. Maybe we should stamp the greeting on top of our scene. We just might do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and color in my dolphins. I picked out some grays. I have C6, C4, and C2, and I'm just going to color in my dolphin really quickly, and then we will cut these out. So there's my dolphins. I skipped the coloring to save a little bit of time on our video, but they were really easy to color in, nothing special about them. I am going to stamp my greeting, and you are simply fantastic, or you are dolphinitely the best ever. Give it a press. Lovely. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in my card base. I created a card base with Simon Says Stamp's Audrey blue cardstock. We're going to go ahead and add this here. I just centered this, and then I thought we would frame this in, so I just used one of my arch dies and cut it out with white, made a window and cut it out with white cardstock. Now this panel is actually slightly smaller than my card base, so a little bit of that Audrey blue is peeking out. And then we can go ahead and add our dolphins. I want my dolphins to kind of overlap on the outside here. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the tail. And then I'm going to finish my card off with some Simon Says Stamp Moonshine sequins. Now we're almost done. As I'm looking at my little dolphin's eyes, I think I need to add some Google eyes. This is one of those cards where Google eyes will go perfect. So, I don't know if I want the big ones or the little ones. Maybe the big ones. I think maybe the big ones will be a little bit more playful. And if I can find some of these Google eyes at Simon, I'll link them down below. But we are going to replace our eyes. I think that adds a little playfulness and a little kinetic motion to our card. It's so cute. But that's my project today, using some of the new items that just arrived over at Simon Says Stamp. I'll be creating another project later on in the month if you want to check out that. And thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.